Dawson Rider Wiki.
Hey YouTube, Dawson Rider here with my review of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers poster books. These are roughly 11 by 17-ish. I think they're a little bit smaller, like about 11 by 16. Poster books, like here's my hand for scale. I'll be picking them up in a second. But they're poster books done with various artwork, both used and not used by the Boom Comics and stuff. You know, you can rip out posters and put them up on your wall individually, or you can maybe like mash them together for like a collage. I've seen people do that with these helmet ones specifically. But anyway, this one recently came out roughly about a week ago from this recording. Might be a little bit longer by the time this video comes out. And this one came out a little while ago. It kind of flew under my radar, but this one was like in my mentions on Amazon when I ordered a comic book thing and the artist book. So I decided to order this one, and once it arrived I decided to wait on the review and pick up this since it was on sale for about 11 bucks on Amazon. So I figured I'd cover them together. I'll probably go over this one first since it's more new and relevant. But yeah, artwork from the Boom series. You can even use it as sort of an art book. But yeah, it's like a smaller poster size, so don't expect like movie poster size. That would actually be kind of hilarious if this was like 24 by 36 movie poster size. Like just imagine the poor Amazon guy trying to get that to your door. But let's go ahead and open this one up first. Okay, we're gonna focus in on this one first since it's the newer one, like I said. This one focuses on, like it says Rangers and Zords right there, that's the title of it. You know, it focuses on these ones here, which were, I believe, the covers for MMPR Zero? I almost said Zeo. MMPR Zeo. No, issue 0, which had all these different helmet covers. You open it up like that, you can see it's got this binding here. So you got the red helmet here like that. These are really cool. Like I'd love to either make like a multifaceted poster out of this or just individually. I think they're really cool. But yeah, because you have like something I didn't notice for at least a minute was the cool Zord design in there. But yeah, you got the helmet there, and then it'll alternate. You got the MMPR T-Rex Zord there. Black Ranger one there, which is really cool. That's my favorite of the core 5 original suits, so I'm excited about that one. I believe, yeah, these were comic covers too. There's Pink's Zord. Blue. Sorry if I'm going a little fast, but you can pause the video. I don't want to do a full-on review of every single page. Got yellow here. Saber-toothed tiger. Also, they have the artist name on the back of everyone in case you were missing that when I was flipping through the pages. You got green, which is really neat. Dragon Zord. White Ranger 1, which looks really cool. It makes little sense since he's not really in the series right now. Kind of, but also not. White Tiger Zord 1, which is really cool. I really like the silhouette up there with Saba. And then you have these pretty neat ones of like, basically it's kind of like their morphing sequence. You know, you got stuff coming off of them, like themed around them, like kind of Arctic stuff here. You can see the Mastodon silhouette. This is a neat little art bit. I really like them. I think it's pretty neat. Wait for it. This is actually probably my favorite one. I think it looks the coolest of like the elemental ones. You got like the lightning saber-tooth coming down there. Tommy's there. And that's the end of this one. No White Tiger Zord or anything. I do kind of wish this one had a Draken helmet one. I know that's been a variant cover for one of them. I think it would have been a cool inclusion, but what are you going to do? Alright, let's move on to the older. Okay, here we have the older one that came out a while ago. These more focus on like group shots and almost like comic book cover type of thing. Some of them were. Some of them are recent. This is a pretty cool one. You can see them all on the Megazord. It looks like an old decrepit version of the Megazord, which is really weird. Like, not weird, it's actually kind of cool. It's just like, why is it doing that? Maybe Tommy did it and he feels guilty. That's kind of a neat one. You got these, I think it's almost that they're missing a Ranger. I don't know if they got everyone surrounded by Rita. This is a pretty cool one if you're a Tommy fan. Like, even if you're not, you have to admit, that's pretty cool to have those two side by side. I guess some people might not like having him there with his classic 90s green pants. It's kind of more of a stylized one. Reminds me a bit of one of the stylized art bits from the Wild Force section of the comic. This is kind of a cool one. It's them fighting a bunch of putties, kind of on a little bit of a stylistic style. It's almost like a Where's Waldo if you're trying to find everybody, and they're like, Billy's way up there. I didn't see him right away. This is kind of like a model kit sticker printout thing. I'm not a huge fan of these. These have been in a couple things. This is a pretty cool one. I've seen this image used a lot in articles talking about Shattered Grid for whatever reason, but it's really neat. This is my favorite one. You obviously saw it on the front cover, but I think it looks really, really, really cool. Like, it's really neat. This is also a pretty cool one. I actually have to turn it here. But you got like the 5 Rangers down here, and then above you have their Zords, or 6 Rangers, excuse me. And it's really cool. It's done sideways, but it's a nice little change of pace, and it's unique, and I don't know, I really like it. It's cool. Probably my second favorite of the bunch. Got a saber-tooth tiger one there with Trini. I think it's pretty neat. I really like the silhouette here. It almost looks like a savage, more ancient version, which is cool. Cool shot of the Megazord there. Still one of my favorite Megazord designs. Looks really, really cool. Sort of a teleporty design with Zordon going on. There's a Kimberly one. I don't know if this one was used for MMPR Pink, but... And then these, like, art style, I've seen this at conventions, like these kinds specifically, and also ones for other franchises, which is something I meant to mention at the beginning of the video, is that these posters are basically like when you buy prints at conventions, except they're not, like, more expensive. You can get some pretty good deals, but still. But you got a Green Ranger themed one, then a White Ranger themed one. They're pretty cool. I actually have a friend that's bought in a couple based off like TMNT and Star Fox and stuff. I'm pretty sure it's the same dude, but if not, it's a close knockoff. Here's kind of a super 90s inspired hanging around the command center one. I mean, these are all 90s inspired, but it's more lean towards the show aesthetic than the comic. There's kind of a sideways stylized one. I'm too lazy to turn it for this one. And then here's one. This was definitely used for MMPR Pink. It's used on the compilation one for sure. So if you're a fan of that comic or that character, this is a pretty cool stylized one as well. I actually really appreciate this one. Really cool art shot there. I've seen this a couple different times. Got the Tangas there. I think it's a really cool kind of Season 3 one. And that is all she wrote for that one. And then like on the back, you probably saw on the other one, it shows you all the ones you get. Okay, so you get the idea there. It might not be for everyone, especially those that are, you know, of the MMPR fatigue mind, which I'm definitely there, but I also really like the neat artwork. I definitely wish there was a few more really, really cool standout ones for both of them, but I still think if you're into this, it's a pretty neat thing to have, even if it's just as an art book, because there is some really cool artwork in it. As I said, I kind of wish they had included a couple more, like, Draken things in this one, maybe, like even just the helmet. So I would actually love to see them do a third one that's based on the Shattered Grid artwork, because there has been some really, really cool Shattered Grid artwork and covers, and I'd love to see a compilation of that. But basically, it's kind of, you know, up to you. If you're into that kind of art stuff like this, or like the art book, I can definitely recommend checking it out, because you don't have to put them up as posters, and they actually just kind of function as neat little art books. But it's also nice to have options of neat little posters of some of the cool comic book covers and art, or like I mentioned at the beginning, potential for like making a collage poster, which is actually kind of cool and kind of a fun idea. Anyway, that's about it. Until next time, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It's Awesome Writer, signing out.